The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon rend shout?
No, but he told me how to find out.
Well, so be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom.
I need the Elder Scroll the Ancients used to cast Alduin out from the Time Stream. Do you know where to find it?
We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold.
He agrees. Tolfdir
They
probably
may be able
knows.
to tell you something about the Elder Scroll you seek.
Okay. Is there any other way to defeat Alduin?
Perhaps not. But this shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again.
True.
Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn.
I cannot accept that.
Sky, got you.
Oh, Lydia's all up on me. What's that about? Okay, so guys, we need to speak to Tolfdir. He's the man, he's the lore master. He would know if anyone would know. Our old friend and ally, the only mage who really ever helped us, instead of giving us pointless mundane tasks. So let's return to our home, our beloved college of Winterhold. See if we can find the men we need, and the answers we're searching for. Here we go. Seems he may be waiting for us in our own quarters. Or not. Let's see here.
Still here. I am sworn to carry your burdens.
That's everything? Alright, good. So we're both nice and light.
Let's get going then.
Okay, I'm not quite sure where Tolfdir is, but let's check the, the thing tricked me again. So let's go see if we can find Tolfdir in maybe the Hall of Attainment? Or not the... Yeah, he likes to hang out there with the students, as I recall. Either he might be here in the Hall of the Elements. We can give that a brief once-over. That opens to Skyrim, does it? Okay, there's Onmund. Practicing as always, very diligent. Who's this over here?
Enchanting services are one of the few. I think we could blow up
as
half
long
of
as
East March,
yeah.
and people would still come to us for enchantments.
Sergius, as long as I'm here, can you train me in enchanting?
You've already learned all I could teach you.
Oh.
You already know all that I know.
Oh, wow. Okay. Huh.
All right, then.
We'll have to search out somebody who might know more about enchanting then. Really, what we're looking for here is Tolfdir. So let's check the Hall of Attainment here. For those of you wondering why I'm looking over, it's just there are some live viewers here, and they'll let me know if there's a problem with my audio. The stutter problem that's happened in a couple of videos. They'll let me know and I'll fix it. Since there is a fix, you can just mute and then unmute. It's irritating, but that's what it is. Here we go. Here's our man. Toltir!
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
Wait a minute, he doesn't seem to know. I gotta ask him this. Is there anything I should be aware of?
Actually, yes, Archmage. I believe there is. We've become aware of a problem in Winterhold. It would seem there's some sort of disturbance. From what few details we were given, it sounds quite familiar. I suspect that the power released by the Eye of Magnus was not fully contained and has coalesced in this part of Skyrim. I do hope you still have the Staff of Magnus someplace. I suspect you're going to need it.
Okay. So he doesn't know. Maybe... Who should we ask then? Maybe the Augur? Maybe we could ask the Augur of Dunley. It'd be a pain to go back down all the way down there and check, though, if we turn out to be wrong.
I'm quite pleased. To business as usual.
Well, I mean...
These sands are cold, but Khajiit...
Everyone else who would know, like Mirabelle died, and Savos Aaron died.
Should you need Archmage.
You sure you don't know anything about an Elder Scroll?
Like it or not, you are a shining example to future generations of college mages.
What about you?
It's a
Relina?
fine day with you around.
Second floor, maybe? This is the Hall of Attainment, so I don't know who would be here, but...
Perhaps we can go another few decades without a disaster. That would be nice. Perhaps we can go another few decades without a disaster. That would be nice.
Okay, well, I think we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to go talk to the Augur of Dunley. I don't see who else it could be that we're supposed to speak to. If Toltir doesn't know, that's the only person left I can think of. So let's see if we can get down there and find him. I don't even know if I remember how to get to him. I've only spoken to him the once. Let's see. That's the Hall of Countenance. Yeah, and then inside there's an entrance. Where was that? Over here. Here we go. Yeah, this leads down to the Midden, where we'll hopefully find the Augur of Dunlane and answers. Maybe he'll have an answer for us. About the location of the Elder Scroll that we're looking for. Alright, let me save the game here. Oh, okay. Fortunately, you're going to be saved from watching me take a very long and fruitless journey to visit the Augur. The folks in the chat are hinting pretty heavily that I need to go speak to the head librarian in the Arcanium. So why don't I just go see if he has any information? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, when they used the title Lore Master, I was sort of unfamiliar. That didn't seem familiar, so I thought maybe they meant Tolfdir, but it didn't occur to me that the head librarian could also be called or named the Lore Master. Okay. Yeah, here we go. All right. It's making it very clear now. Man, why couldn't I see this marker before? I couldn't follow it. Anyway, Urag Groshub.
Archmage or not, my rules about books still stand.
Yes, yes.
All this knowledge might have been lost were it not for you.
I'm looking for an Elder Scroll.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand boy?
Of course I do. Well, no. We should ask him about the Elder Scrolls. He is the one with all the knowledge. Tell me more about the Elder Scrolls.
I knew it. Everyone comes in here expecting my help, but they don't even have the proper questions. An Elder Scroll is an instrument of immense knowledge and power. To read an Elder Scroll, a person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, the Divines usually take the reader's sight as a price.
That squares with what we've heard before. This is an interesting question. Who wrote the Elder Scrolls?
It would take a month to explain to you how that very question doesn't even make sense. The scrolls exist here, with us, but also beyond and beneath, before and after. They are bits of divine-made substance, so we could know them. Sorry, talking about the scrolls, you usually end up in irritating and vague metaphors like that. Some people who study them devoutly go mad.
That's hilarious. Alright, so do you know where there is one?
Ah, you think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it.
What about the Dragonborn?
What about? Wait, are you? Were you the one the Greybeards were calling? I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture.
Okay.
Fight well.
So is he gonna go get us some books now?
Here you go. Try not to spill anything on
Oh wow, yeah, he went and found a book for us. Let's see what he brought us. Oh wow, okay. One book is titled Ruminations on the Elder Scrolls. The other is Effects of the Elder Scrolls. Wow, that's sweet. Okay, let's read Effects of the Elder Scrolls first here. Save the game, just quick save. Let's take this and see what we can get out of it. It is widely known among scholars that the Elder Scrolls contain a certain hazard in their very reading. The mechanism of the effects has, at present, been largely unknown. Theories of hidden knowledge and divine retribution were the subject of idle speculation with little investigation. I, Justinius Polonius, have undertaken to thoroughly document the ailments afflicted by the Elder Scrolls on their readers, though a unified theory of how they manifest continues to elude me and remains a subject for future study. I have grouped the effects into 4, finding that the avenue of experience depends largely upon the mind of the reader. If this is unclear, I hope that a proper dichotomy will lay it plain. Group the first, the knaves. For one who has received no training in the history or nature of the Elder Scrolls, the scroll itself is effectively inert. No prophecy can be scryed nor knowledge obtained. While the scroll will not impart learning to the uninformed, nor will it afflict them in any adverse fashion. Visually, the scroll will appear to be awash in odd lettering and symbols. Those who know their astronomy often claim to recognize constellations in the patterns and connections, but such conjecture is impossible to further investigate, since the very nature of this study necessitates unlearned subjects. Group the second, the unguarded intellects. It is this second group that realizes the greatest danger from attempting to read the scrolls. These are subjects who have an understanding of the nature of the Elder Scrolls and possess sufficient knowledge to actually read what is inscribed there. They have not, however, developed adequate discipline to stave off the mind-shattering effect of having a glimpse of infinity. These unfortunate souls are struck immediately, irrevocably, and completely blind. Such is the price for overreaching one's faculties. It bears mentioning, though, that with the blindness also comes a fragment of that hidden knowledge. Whether the future, the past, or the deep natures of being is dependent on the individual and their place in the greater spheres. But the knowledge does come. Group the third, mediated understanding. Alone in Tamriel, it would appear that only the cult of the ancestor Moth has discovered the discipline to properly guard one's mind when reading the scrolls. Their novitiates must undergo the most rigorous mental cultivation, and they often spend a decade or more at the monastery before being allowed to read their first scroll. The monks say this is for the initiate's own protection, as they must have witnessed many unguarded intellects among their more eager ranks. With appropriate fortitude, these readers also receive blindness, though at a far lesser magnitude than the unguarded. Their vision fogs slightly,